Hillary Clinton is back on top, at least according to two newly released polls. Her lead coming as Donald Trump is defending some controversial remarks about the family of a Muslim American Army captain that was killed in Iraq. Bring his political expert, Dr. Bart Rossi. He's in their studio to talk about what the candidates are going to do and need to do to try to win this election. And this battle between Trump and the Khan family has really dominated the conversation over the last several days.
I know, and Mr. Khan seems to be not really a good match for Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump's having trouble dealing with this guy, and for good reasons. I think it shows that the Donald is having problems with his thinking and his temperament, and as psychologists say, his mental set. I mean, why go after this family? Why not just acknowledge them and move on? And it shows really a lack of patience and depth, I think, in him. And of course, he's getting blasted by the Republicans. You know, Lindsey Graham and John McCain, they're just being very, very hard on him. So I don't think this is going away. I think this is like a Hillary Clinton email scandal. This is going to dog him for the rest of the way, and he's going to have to try to cope with it.
Let's give an idea of the back and forth that's been going on, and just take a little bit here. Listen to what Trump has been saying in the Khan family back and forth.
Donald Trump, you're asking Americans to trust you with their future. Let me ask you, have you even read the United States Constitution?
She was standing there. She had nothing to say. Maybe she wasn't allowed to have anything to say.
Right after he had made that comment, we heard from Mr. Khan's wife about why she was there. So her silence was a powerful statement in and of itself. You think this goes on? Does Trump address this in some way different? What would you tell him to do?
Well, I don't think he can apologize now. I think it's too late. And if he did apologize, then he'd have to be asked about his Muslim ban. And then would he backtrack on that too? So he's really in a bind. And I think he should just really try to get past it, talk about the economy, go into another direction. But it will dog him. It's going to continue. And if you look at that, Mr. Khan has an unusual way of presenting himself. He's very thoughtful, deliberate, and extremely powerful in his delivery. And that's something that Trump really did not bargain for. He is just not in that league. And I think he's faltering right now. And I'm wondering if there's going to be another bump in the polls next week as a result of this controversy.
It does dog the campaign, as you say, because Mike Pence, his running mate, was asked about it as well out on the campaign trail. Let's pause for a second and listen to what happened to him.
Will there ever be a point in time when you're able to look at Trump in the eye and tell him enough is enough?
As I said last night, as Donald Trump said, Captain Khan is an American hero, and we honor him and honor his family.
Pence was able to sort of shoot back there at some of the crowd and defend what their belief is of Captain Khan, who was killed. Is that going to work better if they can change to that line and salute the soldier for his service?
I think so. I think Pence tried to be reasonable, sensible, and approach this with some discipline. That will help. But the problem is, it's already out there, and you have vet groups and you have people who don't like the psychology of this whole thing. They don't like where it's going and where Trump is going with it. And just like, you know, Hillary's got a problem with the emails, the Donald has a real problem with this, and he doesn't know how to get his arms around it right now.
And when you're the Democrats, you can sit back and watch this happen. You don't have to get in the way of a self-inflicted wound.
They're going to do the same thing that the Republicans did to Hillary on Benghazi, and you know, they're going to throw more and more at this, and they're probably smart to do that politically.
We have the campaigns coming to Florida this week, so that's a sign that we're going to be, again, a key state.
We're going to be a key state, and I think what Hillary Clinton is trying to do is to pitch to everyone, and Donald Trump really needs to keep his authoritarian personality, but still try to reach out to some of these other folks. I mean, how do you win an election if you're going to discard all the minorities, all the gay people, and everybody who believes in climate change? How do you win in Florida? How do you do that?
We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Dr. Rossi, we'll be talking to you later. Week Business Morning. We'll be right back.